Hi, guys. So glad to have two incredible comic professionals with us today for a very special edition of our retailer live stream. If you guys don't know what a retailer live stream is, basically we raise money for a local comic shop and we usually have someone featured. However, today we are raising money for a bunch of comic shops. So I'd like to welcome Marco and Ku to our show. And I'm going to dive right in. Ku, can you tell me about Binc, how they want to help, comic shops right now, and how much money you guys are looking to raise by the end of May?
Absolutely. Thank you, Amber, and thank you, Zenescope, for hosting this. Hello, comic fans. I'm Kuyu Lang. I'm here representing Binc. So who is Binc? What is Binc? What are we doing here? So Binc is a nonprofit, and it's a nonprofit that supports people working in bookstores and comic shops. And Binc has actually been around for 25 years. So this is not just a pandemic-related reaction. It's actually been helping people in bookstore and comic shop. Actually, this year we're celebrating our 25th year. Anyhow, so it helps people in two ways. One is that it helps people owning and working in a store with an unexpected cost. So for example, maybe you have a medical bill and you don't have insurance. Maybe, for whatever reason, you have trouble paying rent and you're at the risk of eviction. Maybe your store had water damage, that was, and you don't quite have the cash flow to pay for it. So all these and more are what Binc can do to help a person in a store. Secondly, specifically pandemic related, which is in addition, Binc is also putting together special funds to help a store to what we call survive and thrive through the pandemic and the financial crisis that is happening. And so right now, we're in the middle of a fundraising drive. Our goal is to raise $2 million by this June to give all this money to people in bookstores and comic shops. And to this day, we have already raised about $1.1 million. So we're more than halfway there, and I would appreciate everyone's support. So that's the quick summary on Binc. Thank you, Amber.
Awesome. Thanks, Ku. Again, if everyone didn't just hear, we're raising money. We're trying to help all proceeds, or much of the proceeds from today of the products that we sell will go towards Binc. So definitely open your pockets, like I know all of our great Zenescope fans will, because we have some incredible exclusives and products that we're going to be sharing today. Marco, you're coming from Comics Pro. Talk about how Binc, helps these local shops and really supports them during a time like this.
Definitely. First of all, I want to thank Zenescope for inviting me. We love your books. I can guarantee that comic stores love your books, and I've seen long lines at conventions too. So thank you very much for supporting Binc. But comic stores have really relied on Binc. Binc, started a couple of years ago, reaching out to the comic stores, and they've helped so many, and with these grants, they've been the difference between stores going out of business and not going out of business. And it's not just for the owners; also the employees have gotten it. So there's been employees who've had problems with paying rent or other things like that, and they've been helped. So really, Binc has been there for us.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is going to be really, really great cause that we're doing all of this. Before I, kind of jump right in and hop to the sales, is there anything else that our fans should know about Binc, or any kind of, last minutes or other ways that can be donated, after even this stream?
Well, before Ku gets there, I'd like to say that just in general, support your local comic shop. That's the important thing. Yes, buy things online. Yes, go to conventions when they're open. But if you can just go to a comic shop in person, buy stuff there, or buy stuff from online, from the comics, comic stores are the nexus. We're the thing that support everything. So we really appreciate all your support.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to add on to what Marco was saying, I think that the important thing to remember is that while we're in the middle of this specific fundraising drive to help stores survive the pandemic, this is really an ongoing effort, 365 days a year. So support today, but support tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. And lastly, I'll say, So anyone that is watching who works in a comic shop or knows someone who works in a comic shop, also help to spread the word that if you need help, just come to the Binc website and apply. So that's just as important, so thank you.
Awesome. Thank you again, both, for being on the stream. Some quick fun fact before I shoot it over to the studio to start selling. I did mention that we were going to have the stream last Wednesday. We do this segment called New Comic Wednesday, which is NCW. And I mentioned that you guys would both be attending, and somebody said, "Is that Koo from Diamond Koo?" And I said, "Koo's so popular." I was like, "It's technically old, but yes, it is that Koo." So thank you guys again so much for coming on today. Everybody, again, we're about to start selling. I'm going to shoot it over to Chris in the studio, and he's going to run through how this all works, how we invoice you, and then hopefully we'll have a beautiful check on its way to Binc. So thank you again, guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot it over to the guys in the studio, and I can't wait to see everyone. Now over to Chris.
Thank you, Amber, and thank you, Marco and Koo, for that wonderful interview. Now, before we bring on the Sultan of Sales, Mr. Jason Condilis, I have a bunch of housekeeping and a little bit of bullet points to go over. So if you're a retailer, if you're interested in participating in one of these Zenescope retailer live streams, contact Jason at jcondilis@zenescope.com. Now, if you're a diehard fan, or maybe you're a retailer and you want to know where to get these awesome diamond collectible covers that we're selling in about the next hour, all you have to do is contact Jennifer at jburnwell@zenescope.com. She will give you all that information about the Diamond Retailer Program. Now, if today is your first time at Livestream, welcome. And you might be asking yourself, what's happening? How do I buy stuff? Well, it's a very easy question. So every single product that we'll be selling today will have an item code. So this item code could be Book 1, Showcase 1, Metal 1. We'll be throwing up banners on the bottom of the screen, so we'll have all that information. It'll also include information, especially if a product is limited to a certain amount. So all you have to do, if you see something you like, type in the comment section that item code, and Di, the lovely Di right here, she will be writing down your orders, and at the end of the show, or in the week after, we'll send you via email an invoice that you can pay off, and we'll ship out your books to you. So on top of that, because we are supporting the Binc Foundation and the Survive to Thrive campaign, 50% of our proceeds today will go towards that charity and that initiative. So whatever sales that we do, whatever you're buying today, will help comic book shops and bookstores across the nation. So it's a great charity, and we have some great products for you today. Now, if this is your first live stream, this is extremely important. We need you to email Di at vcons, that's VCONS, at zenescope.com, and we need your name, your username, email address, shipping address, and phone number. Because again, we want to try to invoice you. If you don't have your information, we can't get your product to you. We can't pay off your invoice. So please, please, please send information right now to Di at that email address. If you have any questions about VirtualCon or invoicing, again, please email us at vcons@zenescope.com. I know a lot of you like to email us or contact us on social media, but the best way to get questions answered is through that email. Every single order today will come with one of the Pirate Treasure Hunt scratch-off cards, and stay tuned. For future events, we'll be revealing more grid squares, so you have more chances to win. And without further ado, I want to bring it on over to the master of merchants, the Sultan of Sales, Jason Condilis.
I never live up to your introduction, Chris. You stole my sheet. All right, thank you, dude. So again, like Chris said, we're extremely proud, extremely happy to be working with BINC Foundation or whatever. They are supporting bookshops, supporting comic stores, supporting comic shop and bookstore employees too as well. Really, really awesome cause. Thank you, Amber, for doing that interview. Chris, thanks for that intro, as always. So we're going to do things a little bit different than we've done in months past, since we're not dealing with a comic shop. We're going to go directly to and possibly look at new releases. We want to talk about a couple of graphic novels. I've actually added on some product today, so be patient. We'll get to that. We got a couple extra exclusives that Joe allowed me to throw in, plus a really cool special pack that we're going to get to at the very end. All right, so right now I want to get into a couple graphic novels that we do. A couple older ones, but ones that I'm very keen on. So the first one is going to be Graphic Novel 1. If you're interested in buying Graphic Novel 1, after I give you kind of a brief description on it, you can just put Graphic Novel 1 or GN1 into the notes, and then whether you're going to have it signed or unsigned by the writer is what we're looking for. All right. So Graphic Novel 1, this is a book that's regularly $20 or $19.99 that we're doing for $15.99. So we're going to we're knocking off $4 off that. And then also too, if you want to have it signed by the writer, which is Joe, or Death Force to me is almost kind of like it's very similar to a kind of like a Spawn concept. Only in that this is a cop who sees something probably that he shouldn't be by higher ups that are in his department and so forth. He tells his wife about it, says, hey, meet me in such and such an area and so forth. And then when he goes there, he's actually killed. He and his wife are killed. And then he's given a choice as he's pulled into the dimension of hell. And he's given a choice to actually seek revenge on those that have wronged him and so forth. But he's going to be basically working for the devil, almost kind of working for death, using these the souls of the people that he seeks revenge on and so forth. To kind of add to his power to also obviously send them to hell and so forth. So again, if you want this signed by the writer, you can just put GN1 or graphic or novel 1 into the notes. Please put whether you want to have it signed. All right. And again, I'm doing this we're knocking off like $4 off the cover. It's regularly $19.99. Remember, half of the proceeds are going to BINC. I don't know if they call themselves Binc. Yeah, do they call themselves Binc?
It is
BINC.
Book Industry Charitable Foundation.
I know, but I'm saying, like, do they call themselves Binc? Like, almost like, a little short for the abbreviation?
Sure, why not?
Let's go with Binc. All right, we're going with Binc. All right. So if you're interested in Death Force, if you want to have it signed by the writer, which is Joe, this is one of my favorites. Again, because I'm a huge fan of Spawn, and this to me has a big time Spawn feel to it. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of interiors on it. And again, so if you're interested in Death Force, just go ahead and put it into the notes. And it shall be yours. Just GN1. Neil, we got you covered for that and signed too as well. Rich, we got you covered as well and have it signed. We'll have it signed by Joe for you. And again, that is Death Force 1. So I'm going to try and put this in the product can. And we're going to try and get it without a little glare. All right. Is that all right? How's that? Give me a thumbs up there. It looks good. All right. Looks good stuff. All right. So we're going to go on to graphic novel number 2. Graphic novel number 2 is written by our own Ralph Tedesco. Graphic novel number 2, same kind of thing. I'm doing a deal on. It's regularly $15.99. I'm going to do it for $9.99 today. So we're going to make this just $10. All right. Another one of my favorites. Easily one of my favorite graphic stories by Ralph. Hit List has a really cool feel to it. It's about a young boy who witnesses his parents and his older brother get killed right in front of him as a kid. He seeks revenge on them, but he doesn't do it until he becomes an adult. Turns out he becomes a millionaire, and so forth. So he winds up hiring basically a team of assassins to kill the people that killed his parents. His parents were actually going to testify against a Russian mob group that was trafficking women and so forth. Obviously really bad guys. So he's hiring basically a group of assassins to do good things and so forth. Obviously killing people is not exactly good, but in the same regard, though, they're kind of doing it for a good cause type of thing. I love the concept of Hit List. Kind of has like a Hitman feel to it. I'm trying to think of different movies or whatever. It's definitely a concept. Obviously, it's been used before and so forth. But we put a little spin on it. I don't want to get too much into the spin twists that are going on in the Hit List. But again, another one. It's phenomenal art for only $10. This is, to me, is an easy graphic novel to get started with us. A great standalone story. Collects basically the first 5-6 issues of Hit List. And it's a great novel to get started with us if you're interested. Unfortunately, I can't have Ralph sign it. If you want to have that signed by Joe, I suppose Joe could sign it. I don't see why not. Joe pretty much signs everything we do. So if you want graphic novel number 2, you can put GN2 into the notes. If you already put hit list into the note style, I understand what you mean. No, Ralph, Matthew, sorry about that. Ralph can't sign. Ralph's not here. He's actually, right, he's in Texas still. But if I had Ralph in office, believe me, I'd make sure he could sign all the graphic novels for you guys. But again, we're doing this for just $9.99. So if you're interested in this bad boy, just go ahead and grab it. All right. And again, that's a great standalone story. Both Death Force that I kind of pointed out earlier and Hit List are both great novels to get started with us if you've never read anything by Zenescope before. Obviously, we're known for our Grimm fairy tales. We're known for Robin Hood. We are known for Van Helsing and so forth. But these to me are great standalone stories, great graphic novels to get started with us if you've never read us before. So if you're brand new to the stream and you're interested in starting with us for just $9.99, to me, Hit List is an absolute steal. And again, phenomenal concept. And believe me, I absolutely love the art. And again, I think Ralph did a phenomenal job knocking it out of the park with Hit List. Easily one of my favorites of his that he's done with us. All right. So that's Hit List there. So graphic novel number 1, again, is $15.99. And again, if you want to have that signed by Joe, just put signed, and then graphic novel number 2, Joe can sign that too as well. I would imagine Joe worked with Ralph on the concept of Hit List a little bit too as well. So if you want to have that signed too, please go ahead and put into the notes and you can have that signed. All right. The next item that I want to do is actually a coloring book set. So I'm doing 5 coloring books that are all regularly $12.99 for just $10 each. I'm going to do it as a set. So we're doing all 5 for $50. And again, half of the proceeds going to Binc, to BINC. So I'm going to show you all 5 of the coloring books. So you can just put coloring book set or just put C set and so forth. I don't know if you want these signed, but I suppose you could if you wanted to have Joe sign these, you certainly could. All right. So what's really cool about our coloring books is, so first off, this is one of the ones. What's really cool about our coloring books is this features basically all of our top artists. So I'm just going to read just a few from a few different the coloring books. This actually has art by Al Rio. Al Rio, if you're not familiar with Al Rio, we lost him in 2009, unfortunately. Al Rio has been with us since the very, very beginning of Zenescope, 2005, 2006, doing covers for us. J. Scott Campbell, Paul Green, Paolo Panalina. There are some phenomenal artists in here. Mike Crone, Talon Caldwell, Anthony Spey, Francesco Maria Laura Sinapo, Elias Chadzudas. You're familiar with all of our artists, Mike DeBalfo, Ali Garza, Dawn McTagg, Jamie Tyndall, David Nakayama. So basically it's just all of our artists doing pencils in here. You get to do the colors yourself. All right. You can do it with Copic markers. You can do it with crayon. My daughter actually likes to do it with crayon. And I can tell you right now, she stays inside the lines. It does say adult coloring book, but in the same regard, I actually think these are fine. My daughter's only 10 and she colors these. So it's kind of up to you if you want to have your kids coloring them. Obviously, I'd want you to take a look through, see what you think is a little bit too risque, that type of thing. There's no nudity inside. There's no sheer stuff like that. It says adult coloring book, but to me, it's a lot of fun for just about anyone of any age. All right. I would say it's probably like a 13, 14 and up. But again, my daughter's 10 and I let her go. All right, maybe I'm a bad parent. All right, so let's go with this. That's the Grimm. That's one of the coloring books. Again, it's Grimm Fairy Tales adult coloring book. Again, volume 2. That's part of it. You also get the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid's a little bit different in that this actually features the first issue of Little Mermaid that you are coloring. So you're actually getting the whole issue of Little Mermaid. I think there's a couple covers in there too as well. But it gives you panels. So you're basically coloring panels and so forth. From the first issue of Little Mermaid of ours. Okay. All right. And that's the Little Mermaid coloring book. That's going to come in your set. You also get the Myths and Legends coloring book too as well. And again, just features nothing but our best artists. Again, J. Scott Campbell, Paul Green, Alan Otero, Jamie Tyndall, Elias Chadzudas, Richard Ortiz, Sean Chen, Pasquale Colano, Harvey Telebal, Mark Rossetti, Salvatore Cafari. Again, just pencils and artwork that, again, you can color yourself with Copic markers or with crayons, whatever you'd like to do. All right. You also get the bell. Whoops, this is the bell. I'm sorry. And Belle is much like the Little Mermaid one that I showed you. This is the first issue of Belle. So you're coloring. This is all by Bongazzo. Big fan of Bongazzo stuff. And again, you're coloring panels in this one. Again, these are all regularly $12.99, but you're getting 5 for just $10 each. And again, half of the proceeds going to BINC. And then the last one, which I did not show you yet, is our Legacy, which is our newest one. All right, so you're getting 5 coloring books for $50. If you're interested in this set, just go ahead and put the coloring book set in the notes, and it shall be yours. And again, if you want to have them signed, you certainly can. But again, I'm not so sure that you want them signed. You certainly could if you'd like to. If you want to have Joe sign these, you certainly can. The last book, again, nothing but our best artists in these and so forth. John Royle, Michael DePascali, Laura Braga, Mike Crone, Martin Kukula, Kevin McCoy, Sabine Rich, just big, just awesome. Jen Broomall is actually in there as well. So again, those are the coloring books, and again, you're getting 5 for $50. I'm gonna go ahead and put that over here, but we're gonna be able to see the first one. Let me know if that's in good shape there, Leah. So again, if you're interested in those coloring books, just put coloring book set into the notes, and it shall be yours. All right. You ready to rock on, Di?
Yeah.
All right, let's rock on. I'm sorry, Rob, did I show you the Legacy one? Yeah, that's the one that's the 5th. Sorry about that. I just saw that note, just a comment or whatever. This is also in there too as well. All right. No, Phil, we can't let Ralph go. Ralph's one of the owners. Ralph would never get fired for slips. Okay. But I do find that historically. Chuck, thanks for the note. We do miss Al. We miss him every day. Huge fan of his artwork. Big fan. All right. So again, thanks, Rob. All right. So again, those are the 5 coloring books. If you want any of those, so I'm going to start moving to the books themselves. Just put book 1 into the notes if you're interested in that. Book 1 again is just $10. All right. This is covered by John Royle. Okay. And this is our first book that we're covering. We're only going to do 20 of these bad boys. We may let go a little bit more. That's our book 1. So again, book number 1 is John Royle. This is the May Diamond Retailer, the bronze collectible. It's a $350 print run for just $10. If you've never collected anything Zenescope, to me, this is an ideal book to start with us, because not only is it a standalone story, the book itself is actually our Van Helsing steampunk story. So not only is it a standalone story, which is a great story to get started with us, it features one of our lead characters in Van Helsing. It kind of basically almost kind of creates an alternate universe where a Van Helsing from an alternate universe who happens to be kind of evil is actually coming to Earth and so forth. He and his crew and so forth get introduced to our Van Helsing, Liesel, and Liesel's not going to dig him too much. All right. So anyway, it's really cool. She also teams up with Sumi, as you can see, too, as well. So to me, this is not only a collectible, but it's also a readable story. So if you've never read us, if you've never collected us, too, John Royle for just $10. To me, it's an absolute steal. We're doing about 20 of these. We may let go a few more than that, only because, again, BINC is such a good cause for today. Really happy to be supporting them as well. So again, book number 1, just go ahead and put book number 1 into the notes and it shall be yours. And again, right, Phil knows exactly what I'm talking about. We normally do a 350 print run. We normally do our 350 print runs, as Phil can attest, for like $20 easily. Sometimes I'll do them on sale for like 15, but they're usually a little bit older. This is a brand new book for just $10, which to me is, again, just beyond a steal. All right, we're going to just do 20 of those bad boys. We'll be putting up a list of everybody that got graphic novel 1, graphic novel 2, and then also the coloring book set, and then also who got book number 1, 2 as well. So that way you'll be able to tell if you got the books that you're looking for. So again, this is book number 1. And if you're interested in that, covered by John Royle, that is the May Diamond Retailer, the bronze collectible. And again, it's a 350 print run, meaning there are only 350 made of this cover. I noticed that we got quite a few different new names in the stream, so I want to kind of be very clear on kind of what we do with our collectibles. There's only 350 made of this cover, so once you own it, it becomes an immediate collectible. You'll see them going on eBay for all sorts of prices, $20 and $30 and $50 and so forth, kind of going crazy. We're going to limit this to 1 per person. All right, so that is book number 1. How am I doing so far, Leah?
Good.
Good to go? All right, cool. So that is book number 1. So if you're interested in that bad boy, just go ahead and put that into the notes. And again, we're going to go a couple past 20, maybe obviously based on the chief, based on what Joe says. Let me see if I can put these back over here.
Also, Jason, it is
Yes.
it is Binc.
It is Binc? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So I can call him Binc. The Binc. The Binkster. Let's go with the Binkster. All right. Thanks, Amber. Amber's got a blanket over there. She's ready to rock and roll. Or is that just a sweatshirt? Just a sweatshirt.
It's a sweatshirt, guys.
It's like beautiful out today. It was absolutely beautiful out today. Hopefully it's nice and sunny. Hopefully it's nice and sunny and warm where you guys are. It was nice and warm today. It always seems to be cool in this studio. I think it's air conditioned Candela style. I'd like to keep it nice and cool. Everybody else does not take it. All the ladies and Chris, himself included too, do not like the air conditioning by Jay. All right, let's rock and roll. You ready, Di?
No.
You're not ready? Oh my goodness, Di. Are you slipping? Is it because we're doing the Binc? Are you slipping on the Binc?
No.
Don't go crazy past 20, dude. You're going like 50 names. All right, I'm gonna veto that right now on principle. All right, try and remember too, like we're not, we obviously want all you guys to get your books, but again, the books that we do in the streams are dedicated towards the comic shops that we deal with, those that are actually on the Diamond Retailer Program. Obviously, going towards Binc today or whatever, which is a great charitable foundation. But these Diamond Retailer books that you see are mostly meant for the comic shops that are selling our regular books and so forth. They have to get on a program with Diamond through previews. You guys see them in previews in the stores and the comic shops that you go to and so forth. And that gives you the ability to buy these from those local comic shops. Shops like Space Cadets, shops like Comic Haven, they're on the program. Comic Empire. You guys are familiar with a lot of these comic shops because you're probably buying from them online. All right, you ready to rock and roll, dude?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Book number 2, dude. Book number 2. Give me 2, Utah. Give me 2. All right, book number 2, we're bringing back an oldie but a goodie. Big fan, Mike DeBalfo, the man, the myth, the legend. All right, book number 2 is, again, Mike DeBalfo. This is a 250 print for just $20. So we're knocking about $5 off on this bad boy. Again, same concept. It's a Van Helsing. It's a standalone story. It's a Van Helsing steampunk book, and we're going to do 20 of these bad boys for just $20 a piece. The reason why it's going up in price is it's a 250 print run. It's an even more limited version, or a more limited collectible, I should say. You can call it an exclusive if you'd like to. If you'd like to call it a collectible, certainly either works. Again, there's only 250 made of this cover. A lot of you guys are very familiar with Mike DeBalfo. Mike DeBalfo is one of our cover artists. We are extremely fortunate to work with John Royle, with Mike DeBalfo. We've actually had Mike on past streams. If you guys have never done a stream with us, the monthly conventions that we do interviews with comic book artists, also with our writers too as well. We do comic book theater. We do all kinds of fun shenanigans stuff. You can go onto our Facebook page when the stream is over. Take a look at our videos, and you'll be able to find stuff on movie night, stuff on new books that we have coming out weekly, where Amber does a segment with writers and stuff like that. Also, just kind of let you know what books are coming out. We also do a stream stream each month where we dedicate to just getting product out to our fans and so forth. Most of the time, it's usually a 2-day event. This May, which would be, I think it's May 20th, Chris? May 20th, 21st?
20th to 22nd.
All right, so 20th, 21st, and 22nd, we'll be doing a May live stream. I believe it's our cosplay stream, something like that. We're doing like a cosplay. We're doing a cosplay con. It's going to be 3 days. We're actually doing it on Saturday, too, as well. For those of you that are interested in attending, we're starting on May 20th, 21st, and the 22nd, too, as well. We'll have some comic book guests. We're doing movie night too. Movie night is, am I allowed to say who movie night is or no? Has that been announced yet?
It hasn't been announced.
It hasn't been announced. So let's not announce it. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be extra special. We've got an awesome guest. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm all over this one. Big fan.
Jason, book 2 is sold out.
Book 2 is sold out. I figured as much. I'm just letting Di do her thing over here. She's writing away. Di's, I want you guys to know Di's taking notes on you guys, all right? She takes notes. She writes down all the names. Give me the names, Di. She writes down like 17 different things. All right. That's your nickname. What's your nickname, Chuck? What do you got? The Hatter? Chuck, if the Hatter's Chuck, you're like my IT guy. All right, dude, you're like my eyes and ears out there. All right, Phil, we're not.
Chuck should be the hacker.
The hacker
man. He's the eyes in the sky.
Chuck, he's the eyes in the sky. All right. Phil, we're not talking any Keanu today. All right, let's stay off Keanu today. All right, let's focus. Let's stay on target. Stay on target. Loosen out. Stay on target. You're breaking up.
I can't shake him.
I can't shake him. We ready? Yeah, all right, let's rock and roll because we are sold out of book 2. Let's go to book number 3. Book number 3 is a little bit more lacy version of the book that you just saw. Another Mike DeBalfo, another Mike DeBalfo, big fan. This one's actually a 150 print run. We're only doing 10 of these bad boys, and they're 40. They're $40 each. To me, $40 for a 150 print run is an absolute steal. These are going to sell out in a matter of a blink. I can see them right there. Boom, I already saw 50 names going up. So again, this is book number 3. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the product cam because I'm sure it's gone. All right, that is, let me get rid of these headbands. I was using headbands to make sure my books stand up straight over here. We're hoping to kind of eliminate a little glare problem we were having on some of the books. They're all bagged and boarded. All right, so that is number 3. Di's going to be writing down some extra names. We're only looking to do 10 of these. And again, kind of like I mentioned before, is we can't make sure that everybody in the stream gets one of the books that we are covering today, whether it's book 1, book 2, book 3, and book 4. The reason why we limit these is because they go out to the comic shops that are supporting us, that are involved in our Diamond Retailer program. Kind of like Chris had mentioned to you before too as well. If you are interested, if you own a comic shop or you know of a comic shop that you'd like to get interested in this program, have them shoot us an email. I don't know if, do you have my email like on the, can you blink it in? Like, can you make a banner with me? All right, so if you have a comic shop that you want to start carrying more Zenescope, have them shoot me an email. It's jcandelas at Zenescope. They can also email info@Zenescope, put to my attention, Jason, and I'll make them aware of the Diamond program. It's actually pretty easy. Like the limits aren't crazy. I think there's also some returnability as far as single issues are concerned too as well. We have them buying X amount of A, B, C, and D, and so forth. Phil, you're not getting me today, Phil. All right. No, I did not watch the trailer for John Wick 3. I can't believe it was actually being made. All right, so it looks like I just blinked out on my comments right here. You got a? I just blinked out of StreamYard on this.
You got kicked out?
I did. I got kicked out. Not that it matters. We're still filming, so we're good. Oh, geez, I
almost died.
I almost took out Amber. Holy cow! She almost hit the door. All right, so we are done on book number 3, right, Don?
Yeah.
Are we going to book 4? Are we ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right, so let's go to book number 4. Book number 4, because your StreamYard's working. All right, so book number 4 is another Mike DeBalfo. It's not actually a topless cover; it's more of a sheer. Book number 4 is $75. We're only doing 5 of these bad boys, but again, we'll be writing down a couple extra names. I got a feeling Joe's going to let go a little bit more than 5, so it's a 100 print run. The reason why it is $75 is again, there's only 100 made of this cover. Okay, and again, it's a standalone story. So just put book number 4 into the notes and it shall be yours. So book number 4, and I'm sure it's sold out. Again, it's another cover by Mike DeBalfo. I put Z-rated on there, but it's not exactly a topless cover. I would say it's more of a sheer. When we say Z-rated, that's basically our way of saying, I don't know, it's a little risque. All right, let's put it that way. All right, so that's book number 4. If you're interested in book number 4, just put book number 4 in the notes. I can see Di's already writing down some names. Larry Younger got it, Matthew Gray, Rich Liebau, Joshua Y, and Jim Conway. Jim Conway is always quick on the draw. Jim Conway might be the fastest typer in Jersey. All right, so book number 4, again, was $75, and we're going to be writing down a couple extra names on that just in case. So I mentioned that I have a couple extra exclusives that I want to get to that I'd like to be able to cover, which is book 5 and book 6. These are ones, I'll get to those in a moment. All right, so book number 5 is Di. You ready? You're writing down some names. Don't get too crazy what you're writing down over there. Right? Remember, these guys are coached up. They know if they don't get it, it's because it's going to a comic shop. They're going to sell it. They're going to make some money on it. It's going for a good cause. All right, we're good? All right, so let's go to book number 5. Book number 5 is an oldie but a goodie. We actually introduced these last month. This is one of the April gold collectibles. It's also a 150 print run. It's a cover by Michael Dooney. All right, I'm going to let go of 10 of these bad boys, and these are $40 each. So if you're interested in this bad boy, just go ahead and put it into the notes, book number 5. And again, it's a cover by Michael Dooney. You may have saw this the last time we did a stream, which I think was in April with Space Cadets. I think it was like April 8th, April 11th, somewhere around that date. It's coming to my mind. Anyway, I know it was a Thursday. All right, so book number 5. Again, these are $40, and we're going to try and do 10 of these bad boys. All right, so if you're interested in this one, just put book number 5 into the notes, and it shall be yours. And again, that's covered by Michael Dooney. All right, and Michael Dooney is another cover artist of ours that we are extremely fortunate to be working with, along with Mike DeBalfo, along with John Royle. We are extremely fortunate to work with all the cover artists that we do. Okay, and again, the other thing which makes this book kind of neat too as well is, again, this is a standalone story. So this is Bell, Thunder of Gods, a single issue that we did, actually written by our own Dave Franchini. All right, so there's kind of some of the interiors. Again, so this is not only a collectible, but it's also a readable story too as well. So it's not just a fancy cover, not just a hot cover or something like that. It's also something that you can read. And this is also a standalone story. It's also something you can start if you've never read us before. It is a book. It's an ideal book to get started with us. All right, so it's Bell, Thunder of Gods, and it's actually cover H. The 4 that I showed you previously were all Van Helsing steampunk covers. Okay. All right, so that's the Michael Dooney there, and that is book number 5. And again, I'm doing 10 of those. Di's going to write down a couple extra names if we got on those. So we're good to go on book number 5. Let's go ahead. We're rolling right through, dude. We're rolling. I'm loving this, dude. We're living in great shape.
Jay, you have so much time.
I know, dude. I'm gonna just turn it over to you, and you just go away. You just do your Chris thing.
Yeah.
Just do the Chris thing.
You know, I'm early dismissal. Steve, no chaperone, no goals.
Chris is taking over in about 5 minutes. I gotta take my son to
You're going
to
rogue
football.
over here. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
You're going
Chris is
rogue.
taking over is what he's doing. All right, I'm ready to turn it over to Chris. All right, so again, if you're interested in book number 6, I'm gonna do 7 of these bad boys. All right, so book number 6, we're gonna do 7 of these. I'm seeing Rich, I'm seeing Jim Conway. These are $75. Okay, and the reason being it is a 100 print run. We do our 100 print runs. We actually normally do our 100 print runs for $100 or more. This is a 100 print run that you can grab for just $75, which is an absolute steal. Still got to talk to Joe about his pricing on these diamond books. Not a big fan. All right, so again, this is book number 6. If you're interested in book number 6, again, it's also a standalone story. It's Bell, Thunder of Gods. It's cover Eyes and Indigo. Is Joe on the stream commenting?
No, I think there was a slip.
There was a slip? Was it me?
No, with the picture.
The picture that Ralph did?
Yeah.
Come on, Ralph. What are you doing, dude? Well, Ralph, you know what Ralph's allowed. He's one of the owners. He's allowed to do what he does. I'm seeing. Am I seeing some slippage comments? And all right, slippity slip. There we go. All right, you're welcome. You guys were looking for some slip, and there it is. All right. Ralph, you weren't supposed to do that today. Right? We were supposed to be. Looks like my Z rating actually is not lining up 100% either. I can tell you right now. Not only is Ralph slipping, I'm slipping. We're slipping together, Ralph. All right, we're good though. All right, so that's book number 6. All right, so I do want to get to that special pack. The special pack, we are doing 7 special packs, but I want to make you guys aware of the special pack though is $250. All right, so let's be clear on the amount for the special pack before you're jumping in and say, give me the special pack, and then you're like, oh my God, it's $250. Take my name off of that. All right. All right, so again, the special pack is $250. You're getting 3 books that to me are all oldies but goodies. All right, first you get this bad boy by Elias Chadzudis, which is easily one of my favorite Elias Chadzudis's. This is DOTD 03F. It is Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead 3. F is in Frank. This is part of the pack. You can't buy this book individually. All right. So if you're interested in the special pack, again, it's $250, but you're going to understand where the $250 went in a moment as I show you all the books. You're getting this bad boy by Elias Chadzudis, kind of little something cosplay. All right. Can I say those little blue dude? I don't know if I can say those guys. Can I say those guys?
Little blue.
The little blue guys. You know those guys. All right.
Yeah.
There's an ant. There's an ant.
With Murph.
Rhymes with Murph.
It's the Murphs.
Murph. All right, little Elias Chadzudis, little fun right there. You also get this bad boy. This is Grimm Fairy Tales Quest. 03D is in David. And I believe that is Emilio Lasso, if I'm not mistaken. I put a Z-rated on there, but it's more of a sheer cover. This is one of our secret retailers. Thank you, Rob Chinqui. Knows what I'm talking about. All right. So again, if you're interested in this bad boy, it can only be had in the pack. You get the Elias Chadzudas that I showed you earlier. You also get this bad boy. I got to double check and see if this is Emilio Lasso. Let me make sure I don't do any slippage. All right. So again, the special pack is $250, and it is Emilio Lasso. All right, good stuff. All right, just want to make sure I wasn't slipping myself. So again, did Ralph did some oopsies? Ralph put one up without a banner. Well, that one was my fault, but I also warned him. I said, look, you need to go to Cote for the one that is non-Z rated, the one that has the bar. Ralph, maybe you should get your image off. Just let me know. All right, there, dude. Wait, you're slipping, dude. You're slipping. All right. So anyway, this is Emilio Lasso. You also get the secret retailer that is part of the pack. And then the last book is one by Quilano. Easily one of my favorite Quilano covers. This is Grimm Fairy Tales Realm Knight, the one-shot, cover E. Another secret retailer of ours. Usually when you see our secret retailers on eBay, they can go from anywhere from $50 because a comic shop doesn't realize what they have. When they do, or when they understand what they actually have, they should be selling them at $100, $150 a piece. So again, you're getting two different secret retailers in this pack that to me are easily $150, $175 books by themselves. So $250 on this pack, and then also 100 print run Elias Chadzudas too as well. You're getting 3 books to me at $250, which is beyond steal. And I'm also doing 7 of these packs. Did we sell out of the packs, Donnie?
No.
We didn't sell out of the packs. I don't know what you guys are doing.
We had 3
All right. All right. I got a feeling Larry Younger is going to be asking me to double up in a moment. All right. All right. So that's the pack. All right. So that's basically all I have. All right. If you want to, Amber, you're at 10% on this thing right here. All right. There's nothing wrong with Ralph's oopsies. I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. All right, there you go. All right. Thanks, Rob. I'm glad I actually picked out that special pack myself. So I think what I'm doing again is I want to obviously thank everybody that's new in the stream. If you're not familiar with Zenescope and you want to join us for our cosplay con, again, May 20th, 21st. Do we know the time on May 20th? Is it like a later day? I think that's the later day, isn't it? I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock.
First day is like
First day is the late day, right?
And then the second day, I believe, is 1 to 5.
Right. So Thursday is kind of a late day for us or whatever. So if you're driving home from work, maybe you want to bump off of work early or something like that. Again, that is our stream. And again, it's going to be our live stream, our cosplay stream is going to be May 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
3 days.
All right, 3 days. We're rocking out a Saturday for you guys, all right? So without further ado, let me bring on Chris.
Jason.
Chris, take over, dude. If you want to do some last housekeeping, I don't know.
Yes, I will. And give it up for Jason.
Thank you, guys.
Purchase, sold to the sales.
I want to thank you guys.
King of coin.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much. For everybody that's new in the stream, I hope you found out a little bit more about Zenescope. I want to thank you huge to Binc for doing this with us. And thanks to all. Get out there and support your local comic shop. All right.
Right.
Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Jason. So we talked about the virtual cosplay con. Really fun time last year. What's coming back also is the virtual cosplay contest. We had a lot of fun last year. We have special guests, Ivy Cosplay, Crystal Star. If you remember Ivy Cosplay, she cosplayed this super badass screen book accurate Van Helsing costume. So really excited to have her on. And Crystal Star, a regular star as well, a movie club and other events we've done in the past year. So very excited to have them back. So if you want to participate in the cosplay contest this Friday, May 14th, before midnight, you got to submit your cosplay photos and entries via email to cosplay@zenescope.com. So if you want a chance to be one of the 8 finalists and have supreme glory and some really cool prizes, please submit those as soon as possible. So tune in tomorrow for NCW with Amber. For one, another exciting review about new releases. We'll have a special guest coming on, Adrian, our VIP coordinator. She's very excited to be on, so she'll be a special guest. And that'll be the next time we will reveal the next grid for the treasure hunt scratch off promotion. So if you tuned in last week, the code was F9. So tune in tomorrow and stay around. We'll reveal the next grid square. Just as a reminder, if you haven't received your May the 4th orders yet, it will come with a card. And all orders today for today's awesome retail live stream for Binc and Survive to Thrive will also come with a brand new treasure card. Okay, so lastly, we have a very special announcement. So I want to call to the stage Amber, because I don't think this super special announcement could have been at all possible without the one and only Amber. So yeah.
Thank you for having me on your show.
No, this is our show. So how about you do the honors and I'll do a drum roll.
Wow.
So for Movie Club, we have a very, very special
High
guest.
profile.
High profile.
So everybody's been asking, including Jason and the world, and it is official. We'd like to announce that Sam Jones, Flash Gordon,
Sam Jones
will be on our Movie Club stream, which will take place on May 28th at 6 p.m. Your entire Movie Club crew is Ralph, Chris, Marilyn, Brian, Crystal, and Son, right?
Yes, and Sam Jones.
And Sam Jones. So we really hope that you guys will check out the Movie Club. Really excited. He confirmed with us yesterday, so we're very, very excited.
Breaking news. So
Breaking news.
yes. So
Thank you.
This is all. Thank Amber. Everyone in the comments. Thank
I'm
Amber.
a nobody. Thank you. I'm a nobody.
Awesome. So yeah, that's right. So if you missed the memo, Movie Club is Flash Gordon on May 28th. Sam Jones, the leading star, is going to be one of our guests. Very exciting. So tune in. Very excited. That's about it. Again, if you have any other questions about VirtuaCon, or not VirtuaCon, the retail live stream, about your invoice, please message Di at vcons@zenescope.com. And we want to thank, again, Marco and Ku for coming on, talking about Binc, talking about Survive to Thrive. Go check them out on the web store or on their website. It's very important to support comic book shops and bookstores, especially because of COVID. So thank you for all your patronage. We are out, and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow with NCW with Amber. Woo!